Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading for the week of November 2nd through 8th. Try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Things are changing in your life. I feel like this is going to be the week of jackpots, right? This is the week of miracles. They're happening now. I think that this is expansive. This is profitable. This is like your luck is changing. Okay? Maybe lately you felt as if you've been kind of at the bottom of the wheel, between the rubber and the road. This is you getting to the top of the wheel. This is the card that's saying good things are on their way to you, and it's happening now. Yeah, let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see, what is this all about? We have a Hanged Man. We have a Lovers, your superpower card. That's the card that rules the sign of Gemini. We've got a Five of Cups, an Ace of Cups, a Star card. Wow. We've got a Queen of Pentacles, a Prince of Swords, a Three of Wands, and a Three of Swords. I feel like you're going through something, okay? I feel like your life has not been easy. I feel like it's getting easy. I feel like you have a lot of miracles and a lot of blessings right here. And I think what it's going to do is it's going to, it's sort of going to relieve you of all this suffering of this Hanged Man. Okay, I think even the Three of Swords is good because it's kind of like the Three of Swords is out there saying, don't forget where you came from. When life is good, don't forget where you started. Okay? So it's kind of like stay humble and stay gracious and stay grateful for the blessings because you know how bad it is when you're at the bottom of the wheel. So that Three of Swords is telling you, don't forget what it's like at the bottom of the wheel. So you can have compassion and empathy for other people, and you can work toward helping other people, and you can be generous and all that stuff, Very, very good. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading, if at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be. Put your prediction in the comments down below. Now, as we look around the room here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4 majors. We got fire, we've got water, we've got air, and we've got a little bit of earth. All right. So pretty balanced, I think, a lot of majors. Our first card is the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing very quickly. The good luck is going to surprise you this week, okay? This is expansion, and it's looking for space. You have to clear the clutter so that this kind of growth can breathe. That's why we have a Hanged Man. There are things you're going to have to let go of, sacrifice in order to make room for the good stuff, okay? There may have been small delays that happened recently. In the very recent past, these small delays, they actually saved you time, okay? The inconveniences, the little detours, the disappointments back here with our Five of Swords, I think they happen for a reason. This is a card of divine timing, Okay, this is the card that says there are signs and synchronicities that are now confirming your route. So say thank you and proceed. Okay, the divine timing is really, really precise. Okay, the delays they were redirections. That Five of Cups, it wasn't a denial. Okay, it was a redirection, a pause. It was a pivot. It was a course correction or an adjustment. Okay. Don't cling to any old things right now. Certainly let go of the emotional turbulence. Let go of that disappointment. Let go of the frustration and embrace what's happening in your life. Focus on gratitude because that's going to attract even more. Okay? This week, life is turning in your favor. You got to stay adaptable. Okay? The next card we have is the Hanged Man. There's a card usually that says, plans have changed, You're being given a gift, and this is basically saying don't resist it. I think that with the Five of Cups back there, you sort of had this expectation that life was going to continue to be difficult and challenging and that, you were kind of maybe like even getting used to life at the bottom of the wheel. This is now on that wheel. I think things are turning around. This is now we're in the posture of victory and acceptance and gratitude and triumph, rather than in this position of suffering and sacrifice and things are sinking and getting worse. Yeah, things are changing. The universe is showing you a better path. Your life right now may feel upside down. Everything's being righted. Okay. Be patient. Accept the timing. Give up what no longer fits in here, because you're making space for that Jupiter, profit, expansion, all the good stuff. And that surrendering to that Wheel of Fortune is saying, you know what? I've been at the bottom of the wheel. I didn't complain. I worked hard. I did my best. And now it's paying off. So I kind of feel there's kind of a karmic reward even that's kind of happening here. Yeah. Now we're going down here to the Lover's card. This is maybe a big choice. Okay. Some of you may be experiencing a matter of the heart, a big choice that's asking you to be honest from your heart. Okay. There might be like love or romance, kind of friendship even, that needs to have a conversation. There may be a soulmate energy approaching you. You've got to live as your true self. You've got to be authentic, okay? Could be part of where this Wheel of Fortune is turning, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, it implies, profit and abundance and financial stuff, but it doesn't have to be. Just like the Lover's card doesn't have to mean romance, right? But sometimes it does. This is a choice that you need to make. This is the approach of something that is meant for you. For a lot of you, this is going to be the approach of a soulmate. Okay? Someone new may appear who's going to feel familiar, like right away. Okay? This is the card of you saying yes to something. And when things start to shift and turn and the wheel starts moving, you've got to say yes to it. Align yourself with what feels right. Align yourself with that divine timing. Your work, your relationships, all of it, okay? But also be brave enough to say no to things that feel wrong. Okay, you're making good choices here. I think you're sort of, you're entering into a partnership here. It's either that's like a soulmate kind of partnership. It's a partnership with spirit. It's a partnership with your higher self, okay? There's a connection in your life that's growing stronger. But the Five of Cups back there, I think that this was a recent disappointment, maybe a recent heartbreak, or just kind of some bad vibes recently. Yeah, that's kind of the feeling of being at the bottom of the wheel. It's a card of disappointment. The Five of Cups is saying something should have been there, but it wasn't, and now I feel disappointed. I feel sad, or there's some kind of regret. Let it go. Let it pass gently. Focus on what's happening now, not on what happened yesterday or the day before. Someone may apologize, they may not. Cry if you need to, heal, but let it flow. Don't isolate yourself. Don't reject that wheel of fortune. Don't reject the good stuff that's coming in because we're still kind of upset about a recent disappointment. Okay? Learn the lesson and get stronger for it. Okay? There was some, emotions here. Negative emotions, but we don't identify, we don't cling to those. We feel them, it's a wave that washed up, and now it's washing out again. That's why it's back here in the past. So let this go, because this is what you're receiving now. And this is, well, a new wave, right? This was the wave of negative stuff that washed up on shore, and now it's washing away again. It's fading into the background. This is a new wave of love, kindness, joy, peace. This is you saying yes to anything that makes you feel like good, anything that makes you feel inspired or happy or peaceful, right? Blessings are incoming. Miracles are on their way to you. Okay, something is finding you because you're now ready to receive it, because you let this go and you're saying, I trust in the universe. I trust in divine timing. See, this is divine timing, and I think a lot of you are meeting the right person at the right time. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing you blessings. The Wheel of Fortune puts the right people, places, and things on your path when and where you need them. This is you saying, okay, I receive it. I accept it. Not saying, oh, can you come back in 20 minutes? No. It's now or it's not at all. Okay? So this is really good. And I think this is you allowing it to happen and not resisting it. And not saying, well, I don't like the timing. Can you come back later? No. Okay? Your heart feels open. You're sharing in your love with others. You're saying yes. Okay? You're expressing gratitude because, again, gratitude attracts more of these good things. That's how we keep the wheel turning. Okay? That's how we keep things expanding. Do something creative. Do something that opens your heart. Do something that feels good. Harmonious and aligned action feels clean. It feels pure. Okay? If I were you, I'd spend time near water. I would focus on hydration, okay, for another thing. But this week, love and beauty are beginning to flow. And it feels magical. Yeah. Star card. Yeah. That's hope. That's faith. That's trust. It's renewal. It is inspiration. Yeah. I feel like this is really, this is the return of all of that hope. Like we're feeling good about the world again. I'm feeling inspired by the universe again. After the stress and disappointment of the Five of Cups, I'm feeling good again. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling creative. I'm feeling in love. I'm feeling open and receptive to all the good stuff. I'm feeling healed. I'm feeling rested. I'm feeling hydrated. And this is honestly like the best feeling that we could have, especially coming off of that Five of Cups. Share this with others, okay? This is everything being uplifted. Again, going from the bottom of the wheel, going up, curving up to the top there. I think a wish for you is really beginning to come true. Yeah. This is a spirit guide nudging you. Maybe it's a pretty obvious, a pretty significant thing, that Wheel of Fortune, signs, symbols, synchronicities. Don't ignore them. It seems like flashing billboards, neon signs saying, hey, here's your blessing. Here's your miracle. Okay? So you listen where you feel like you're being nudged and guided, where you feel the gentle push, go with it. The hanged man is going with the flow, okay? Spend some time outside this week. Look at the stars at least one time, okay, please. Keep the faith. 5 of Cups, feeling disappointed, feeling sad, feeling kind of like, I'm not feeling too good about stuff. Keep the faith. Things are getting better. Things are turning in your favor. Light, starlight replaces the worry, replaces the sadness, okay? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. These readings are totally free. Let me know in the comments which card on the path of the dove resonates with you the most. Yeah. Before we talk about the path of the serpent, I want to quickly do a spirit animal for you. I love these cards. They're so cute. You are the lizard spirit. You are dreaming your world into being. Well, that's part of the inspiration of the star. It says you got to dare to dream. You got to dream the little dream, right? Dream the big dreams. That's the star card. So the star card is you dreaming the world into being, because that dream is in you. It's coming from somewhere else. It's up to you to transmit that out to the universe and make it real. You know, that's magic, right? And in a way, that's our Queen of Pentacles. You're nurturing your life through your generosity, through your wisdom. This is a very practical wisdom. You've been through enough 5 of Cups now. You're pretty seasoned. So you know what it's like to be at the bottom of the wheel. And because of that, you have gratitude. And you have love. And you have this ability to say, I'm not going back there. You know what it's like to have your cupboards bare, your refrigerator empty. I'm not going back there. I'm not going to do that again. Whatever it takes, right? This is the comfort that you're enjoying in your life, and this is the care that's sort of like securing the peace in your home. Yeah. Follow your intuition this week when you're managing resources. You don't want to go back to the disappointment. You don't want to go back to the bottom of the wheel. So do everything you can to keep that momentum and keep in harmony with that Wheel of Fortune as things continue to turn in your favor, right? Manage your resources, your quiet routines, okay? Those are going to be very important for you. Those good habits and that good practical wisdom. Look at your life as an art project, okay, and create beauty in your life. Support other people that are in the position you were in. Again, you know what it's like to be at the bottom of the wheel, so have compassion for others that are still there and help to uplift everybody, okay? Your kindness, your patience, your compassion are helping to bring stability in your life and in the lives of others. Yeah, it's important that we all stick together right now. Okay. You have a Prince of Swords. This is quick thinking. There might be some problems to solve this week, okay? But you're very good at expressing yourself. You're very clear. You communicate. You're avoiding misunderstandings. You have a way of like resolving things very easily and quickly right now, okay? Stay curious, stay open, and stay connected with as much as you can, but don't spread yourself too thin. Yeah. I feel like you're inspiring somebody. I feel like you're very outspoken, you know? I feel like this is you this is you sharing your story, maybe. Because you've been at the bottom of the wheel. So it's kind of like you're going to say, hey, look, I've been there. And I know what it's like. And I think that, you know, it's not just that you're getting some kind of miracle. It's not, the Wheel of Fortune is not charity. It's the karmic reward for all the suffering that you've endured. All the hard work, all the blood, sweat, and tears that you've put into life. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is turning. It's not that you just sat around and just by some miracle, life's getting better. You put in the work, okay? And so I feel like you got a story to tell. I feel like you're inspiring other people to do it too. Yeah. Be very clear in your communication right now, though, and make good choices. Okay, make good choices. Now we got a Three of Wands here. Also, Three of Wands is virtue, and I think this is nice. Okay, we got the Three of Swords as well. Okay, and because I think that this is you really recognizing that I've been there before. I've been in, I'm calling it the bottom of the wheel, whatever you want to call it, scarcity, in disappointment, heartbreak, in that low point of life. We've been there before. The Three of Swords is saying, don't forget that you've been there before, because the Three of Wands is saying, I'm never going to let myself get back there again. I'm always going to remember what it was like. Sorry, Boo-Boo. I'll always remember what it's like because I don't want to go back there again. Okay. And this is really, really strong energy, and I love that. Okay. Three of Wands is a Sun in Aries energy, so it's an awareness. Okay. I think that this is you working hard to create results. It's you standing tall, being proud of your progress. This is you knowing. And not always. I think sometimes you may have doubted this, that your efforts will be rewarded. They will. That Five of Cups is saying, well, they weren't at one point. And the Three of Swords, maybe thinking, there was a time where you started to doubt that your work, that your effort would bring any kind of reward or blessing or jackpot. Feeling like, maybe it's not going to work. It will, and it is. Okay? And it may be showing up as kind of like a really unexpected opportunity. Like I said, your luck really is changing, and it's kind of a surprise. There might be a message or something from far away coming in, You're going to keep doing the right thing. Even when you were in that Five of Cups and thinking, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, but I'm going to keep doing it because it will work. I feel like you had to motivate yourself. You had to kick yourself in the pants and say, keep going. Even when you're sad, even when you're heartbroken. You kept doing the right thing. That's integrity. Yeah, that's commitment. And that's attracting more success to you. Yeah. And that's allowing you to look at that Three of Swords and say, I'm not letting that come back. I don't want to get, heartbreak and sadness and disappointment is one thing, but when it turns into sorrow and like legit suffering, I'm not letting it get there. It's okay if I get disappointed again in life. Yeah, you know what? We're all going to get a Five of Cups. Probably daily we'll get one of these. Every day something is going to disappoint us a little bit. There may be some sadness and a little bit. It's going to happen. Life is a roller coaster, right? But the Three of Swords does not need to manifest, right? Let's not let the Five of Cups turn into a Three of Swords. Real, like permanent suffering and sorrow, or a despair that feels like nothing can change. It's hopeless, It's kind of when the Three of Swords is when the Five of Cups feels permanent. Because then we think, I'm heartbroken, life sucks, and it's never going to get better. We don't want to get to this point. So that Three of Wands is saying, I'm going to do whatever it takes. The Queen of Pentacles, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I don't get back to that low point on the wheel. Okay? So, I think that we keep this in our sights and we remember what it felt like to be at the bottom of the wheel. And we know, and because we know what it's like, we're going to be very compassionate and very empathic toward others. And we're also going to be very vigilant that we continue to make good choices so we don't get back there again. Okay? I feel like this week is going to be the release of a lot of that emotional energy. and it's going to allow healing, and it's going to allow us to then fully enjoy the good things that are coming, that you're creating, okay? It's, it's healing from the past, clearing out that old pain and saying, I don't want to go back there again. Let's look at our mystery card. I feel like we need some pentacles, don't you? I feel like maybe we need 6, I don't know, 3, 4, 6 of pentacles would be good. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments. Let's see. Or another 3. Look at that. We go from a 5 of cups with an ace, we got a 6 of cups, right? So the celebration really is coming. A 3 of swords, sorrow, a 3 of wands, hard work and virtue. And what we're doing then is we're getting the good stuff. This is a wish come true. 3 of cups, right? It's the wish. And that wish is coming true. This is celebration. This is sharing your joy with other people. This is having a reason to celebrate and just like grabbing everybody you know and saying, it's happening. It's working. Things are headed in the right direction. Happiness is going to grow, again, when you share it with others and when you are appreciative and gracious and grateful. Gratitude practice, right, flips your filter. The more you notice the good stuff, the more it multiplies. We could focus on the bad stuff. We could focus on the sorrow and the heartbreak and the disappointment. And then guess what? Confirmation bias. You're going to get more of the bad stuff. Flip your filter. Focus on the good stuff, and the good stuff will multiply. Celebrate. Reach out to your friends. Share your joy, because that's going to multiply it too. All right, it's going to be such a good week for you. And now we're going to do an extended reading as well if you want to stick around. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do oracle cards, tarot cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Gemini Wednesdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.